Welcome to another episode of the SupFM podcast. I am one of your hosts, Lawrence Deloach, LZD325. With me, I got my boys, as always, Chris Cheney.
What's up, guys?
And my guy, Luke Trevisi.
What's up, everybody? It's my new radio voice. What do you think?
Wow, welcome to SupFM.
SupFM.
Home of the classics.
Streetwear's ultimate podcast.
Well, thank you for tuning in, guys. As always, you can find us at Sup Podcast. Sup
Podcast NYC.
And
You had it.
I got a little freaked out there.
Yep.
Luke, where can we find you as usual?
At Trevizus, Troveezus.
Got that Cheney, Cheney.
Okay, we had a little low, and this is when it's supposed to come back to me. But you know what, guys? Listen,
Lawrence?
Yeah, sure.
You're having a mental breakdown over there.
The listeners are gonna hate this part up top. I think we're gonna have to do some type of editing here because this was really bad up top, and I was hoping you guys would have worked with me a little bit better. But we have a lot of
what? What are you bringing it in? What are you talking about?
What are you talking
That's your job to bring it in.
All right, so
you will bring it in. You said I'll bring it in. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're right. All right, so I tried to place blame on other guys.
Meaning, don't edit any of this. Don't edit none of this shit.
No,
this is staying in.
We're still recording.
This is horrible right now, but we have a lot to discuss this week. Let's kind of get right into it, guys. It is cold as hell in New York City. It is the middle of February, and we are going to get right into the FlyEase, the Nike FlyEase. Talk to me, guys. You like them? What's up?
So, I mean, like this was announced a couple of weeks ago, but like, you know, throughout whatever, we haven't gotten to it. To me, the design nerd here, I'm like all over it. This is one of those things where they initially do a very simple, very concise shoe based around solely the technology, right? Where every new technology has gotten one of these. It's the standard. It's like similar to like, you know, any like Roshi. That was sort of like the first movement of it where it's like, this is the simple shoe and then we're going to innovate it later. I'm just excited because it's the first thing that they've done in a while where I'm actually excited about it. You know, they had that shit where they were like exactly. Perfect. Luke just put it up on the screen here. They had that shit where they stole from Puma where it looked like they had a ball pit in the shoe. You know what I mean? That didn't really go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So they've had a couple misses in the past couple of years, but these are ones that actually a lot of people are excited about.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited about the representation of robot arms, for one thing, in this little pic right here.
yeah, it does have a robot arm. I did not notice that.
The person who's like modeling the shoe is like who's putting it on. She has a robot arm. It's sick. I want one.
They probably should have just had her take the robot arm off to reinforce the point that you don't need arms to put the shoe on.
No. It gives her more power. It's a good choice. Good branding choice.
So what I'm all right. What do you got, Al?
No, I'm just, you know, I see them. And I'm like, you know, I feel like this is just another like Nike, like another tactic, you know, another thing they're trying to push. And then by next year, we're like, oh, this was cool for 2021. And now it's whack. I don't really see the big like hype about these. I'm really like, at least I just can't really. You guys can sell me on these shits, but I just feel like this is like another Nike product, like the Roshis or like, you know, the 270s or some shit that Nike's like, you guys need to have these. And then 6 months down the line, no one gives a fuck about these sneakers because I don't really care right now about them.
So to retort the two examples you used, one I brought up initially, you said the Roshi, right? And the other one you said like the 270. I don't even remember the other ball pit actual name of the technology there.
React. The React balls, yeah.
Yeah. React as a general technology, they've sort of like had that sprinkled around a bunch of stuff. What's cool about this, L, is that it's actually an innovation that's useful. Those other pitches are more marketing and like the 270 is supposed to be a running shoe, but they say don't run in it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That is just an aesthetic for the athleisure people to have like a new shoe. You know what I mean? This is actually a functional thing that can be used towards other shoes in the future and change how they're worn. Yeah. So that's why it's exciting to me. Right now, these like a perfect house slipper, I think. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't really wear these out or anything. I wouldn't run in them or whatever. I would just sort of keep them like contained. But imagine a 3 with that.
Right. No. We're not going to put these on a Jordan. Please.
Well,
let's not
You're
ruin.
You're thinking of it like no, this is for people who can't use their hands, right? So why?
Well,
wouldn't we
that's
get to
one
the
thing
point
too.
where
But I'm saying
Jordan, like,
eventually
Jordan
they
3s
take
would
all
go-
the technologies and they
Yeah.
eventually spread them out to every model.
Okay. All right. Here's where this is where I am going to agree with you on these sneakers. Okay, for example, my stepdad, he has a bad hip, so he has a tough time
Yep.
bending down
Right.
to tie his sneakers, right? So whenever I give him my sneakers, and he's always like, and he always sometimes has a tough time where he has to have my mom help him out. So I'm guessing a shoe like this would be perfect for someone like, who has a tough time bending down, so you can just
Sure.
step on the back. But as just a general person, like a dude, I mean, unless they're, which I'm sure they're super comfortable, they don't touch my soul. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I'll try to get them for my stepdad, but I'm not getting them for myself.
Right. These are not supposed to be marketed as like the hype. Like, I don't think this is going to change streetwear exactly. These shoes. It's more going to be like the functionality is really what the selling point of the shoe is.
Okay.
But I will say that there will be a shoe at some point where it's going to be hype. It's going to be some sort of dunk or something, and it's going to have that FlyEase technology, and we're all going to be like, why can't we get these shoes?
So here's the other thing too, is that the way they seeded them, at least in my algorithms, is that like, Fujiwara got a pair. He got that black pair with the blue lining, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of like a targeted thing. So he's probably going to work on that. So a fragment collab, I'm just speculating. Fragment collab seems like that's going to be a play, right? All the people that make the noise that we care about have the shoe and are thinking about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just Nike's marketing tactic, where they seed them to the people
right.
who have the following. So I don't know if like you said,
but what I'm saying is they didn't give them to like, you didn't see a picture with Drake. At least I didn't. The people that they gave them to are the people that do like the hype collabs.
And Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, wait, can you talk about that Jimmy Fallon shit? Because you mentioned it off mic and I didn't even know about this.
Yes, Jimmy Fallon sent in a video of a product to Nike that basically copied this entire, like back in like 2007. Like he sent over these designs of a shoe back in 2019 where you'd step on the back of the shoe and then it would come up, and exactly what the FlyEase does. And then they basically told him that they were actually been working on this technology for 20 years. And then they sent him this back like a year later or 2 years later.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then they send it to him, and it's got like, they did like a whole box for him where they used the art from the sketch he sent. It was pretty cool, honestly.
Wait, and let's go. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
But it's like, yeah, it's not going to be for like the hypebeast crowd. It's for the people who watch Jimmy Fallon on.
No, it will
PBR.
be.
I don't know if these are gonna like. I'm not even looking at them from a hypebeast crowd. Like, I'm just looking at them from a. Okay, here we go. This is what Nike's going to force down our throats this year. So they're going to make them super limited. They're going to make people be like, oh my God, I need these. And then they're going to flood the market. And then I feel like that's how it's going to play out with these.
Wait, okay. But here's the other thing too. With a new technology, with Nike in particular, they haven't like catered to a sneakerhead. Now just follow me on this. They haven't catered to a sneakerhead sort of functionality with the shoes. Lawrence, you don't tie your laces. We tie them once, and then we slip the shoe on every time. There's no need for us to actually have that part. Like I imagine that later down the line, they're going to have versions of these with laces that you actually just don't need to treat them like how you would. You lace them like once, and then they become slip-ons.
Verge wire. They would have verge wire?
Yeah, the verge wire. Sure. Something like that. Right. So they're kind of like setting us up for shit that we already do. We don't tie our shoes and we slip our shoes on. Okay. If they take this and apply it to shit that we want to wear, I don't see how this couldn't be a banger.
Okay, listen. I'm hearing you out, Chris. You're the designer. You're the guy who understands the intricacies of how fire it is as a design. Me, like I said, maybe when I see them and I try them on, like, I'll be like, oh, these are cool. But at the same time, I feel like this is something like that I'm just not gonna fuck with in general, because I already have too many sneakers that are like comfortable, and I can thank God I have the functionality to be able to tie my own sneakers, bend down. Maybe when I'm 65 and I need a hip surgery or whatever, but I'm fucking good right now. So
I got you.
So listen, I want to kind of move on, because we got a lot of shit we got to get into this week, guys. Yo, my man Kanye West, man. I am Listen, the dude's had an interesting few years. I mean, he told the world that his daughter, they were gonna abort, his daughter. He had many public embarrassments. He ran for president, failed, and now he's getting a divorce from Kim Kardashian. Man, we getting new Yeezy Fire sneakers, new Fire music. What's up?
Yeah, we're gonna get an album we actually want this time. I think.
I think it's we're in the age of Yeezy again. It's all coming back. It's time. It's 2016 again.
Y'all really listen. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I was a huge musical Kanye fan, man. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're getting even the Life of Pablo was like it was cool, but it wasn't like it was like mosh pit music, and I wasn't. But I think the last like really decent album he had, and some people are gonna flame me for this, but it was fucking Yeezus, man. That was like and that was ahead of his time. But I just feel like this dude's on this gospel wave. He's just rapping about shit that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like
so you really trying to say you don't fuck with Pablo?
I said it's all right. I'm not saying I don't think it was. I said it was good mosh pit music, but I don't think it was like it's not like I feel like obviously his best run of music ended with, to a certain extent, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and that was a decade ago.
That's
like when we look at Kanye West musically, we say, all right, great. He had, he had what was it, College Dropout. He had, Late Registration, Graduation, My Beautiful Dark, and then 808s. He had 808s in between that, which to me was a beautiful album. Up until My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, then he started kind of going very abstract to me musically, right?
Yeah, no, you're not incorrect. I'm with you.
That's literally he had the Watch the Throne album with him and Jay, which I think was also very good. I mean, that was to me that, and then the good music album, Cold Winter or what, Cruel Summer. Yeah.
Cruel Summer, yeah.
Which I think that was him rapping at his best ability. But dude is like, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think we getting more fire music from Kanye. I think that era is over, man.
I think we're gonna get one more out of him that we want. We almost had it with Yandi. Like we almost had it with Yandi. We were really close.
Wash Us in the Blood is pretty good. Listen.
Yeah, and that was, but you know what that was? I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. That was Trav assisted, man. Trav helped him out a lot with that, man. He has some. I mean, other than that, I mean, he's got a lot of like bullshit songs in the last couple of years.
Hold on, because everybody's helped Ye the whole time. He's not like a writer. He has producers under him. You know what I mean? Like, so he always has sort of had the baton passed back and forth between him and like whoever's hot and whoever's got under him. So don't say that.
Cudi helped with what did he help with?
They had that dual album, the Kids See Ghosts.
But Kid Cudi's done so much more. Yeah, Kid Cudi's been on so many projects of Kanye's, man.
I think he was on.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
He was on Yeezus. I mean, I think he was on. He was on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Did all the lights.
Yes.
So Kid Cudi's always there. I mean, he's always had like help, whether it was Consequence early in his Rhyme Fest, all them dudes, back in the days with the College Dropout years. But what I'm saying is, I think where we're at now with Kanye, unless he just gets all of the new era of music and he brings in all these guys, all the young guys like the Thugs, the fucking Travs, the Cordays, all of these dudes who are fucking popping musically, like Kanye is too far gone to me. I mean, let's focus on the sneakers. I think that's the shit that, the fashion. I think that's what we really need.
Wait, you want to talk? You want to focus on those 450s that look like dumplings on your feet?
Hey, careful.
Tell me they don't look like dumplings.
They look like dumplings?
Dumplings.
Dumplings.
Yeah. Dumpings?
Dumpings.
I'm Chris. Oh,
I am so tempted. I'm not going to. All right, move on, please.
Don't. Don't. Yes, these are the 450s. Yeah, they look like dumplings.
This is what you want to focus on, Al?
This is what you want him to work on. I mean, yeah, it might need work, yeah.
You know what? And I'm going to say this. I'd rather wear those shits than the FlyEase.
Get out of here. Wow. You are out of your mind.
Wow.
I actually would, I don't know.
Nike
I would actually,
bad.
Nike didn't, you know what? Nike didn't hurt me bad, but I wouldn't buy these, but I would rock these though. These are so stupid that I would rock these. How much?
So you would fucking wear these and not the FlyEase?
Yeah, to be honest with you, these are so like stupid looking and different.
They're different. That's true.
March 4th. Do we have a estimated retail on those or no?
Estimated retail.
I think I read somewhere that it was actually under 3, but I don't quote me.
I don't know either. It's either, I think it's gonna be 250. Don't quote me on that. No prices yet.
Don't quote anything that we say.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I'll try to find out before the podcast episode is over. So let's kind of move forward because I want to give a shout out to a lot of hype beast black people's pops. Michael Jordan, happy birthday, belated Michael Jordan birthday, 58. His airness has inspired many entertainers, fashion trends. Dudes are still trying to get, his original sneakers, the OG Jordan 1s from 36 years ago. When you think of Michael Jordan, what do you guys think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind of Michael Jordan?
I guess the ones. Just his shoes, I guess. Or, I do have a thing where because I did a book report on him when I was younger. And the first book I read about Mike, it talked about how he stuck his tongue out when he was dunking. So I think of that. Pause.
Okay.
I do think of the dunk. I think of his dunk. When he did the cradle dunk, I think of that.
Oh, yep.
Tongue out.
I remember I have a lot of Michael Jordan moments. Obviously I'm a little bit older than you guys, and it gets brought up a lot on this podcast. I mean, shut the fuck up. But I remember just I was like 8, ish. And I remember, the Olympics, and I remember the finals against Clyde Drexler and the Blazers. And I remember he hits these 6 3-pointers in the first half. And he just, everyone's like, yo, this guy is shooting threes. And he looks at the camera, he just shrugs his shoulders like, whatever.
I remember that.
Shrug.
Just
and I just remember, being a kid in Brooklyn and wearing his sneakers, which, obviously it was dangerous to wear growing up. You wearing Air Jordans in the hood. It's, it's a target on your back. But I just remember just got like all the memories and now as an adult, I just see like all the sneakers that I've purchased and had memories in. And it's like, it's interesting, man. It's a beautiful thing, but it's also an expensive thing. And it's also, it's kind of damaging to the culture, but it's also great for the culture. There's so many different feels that you have from Michael Jordan. So,
yeah, I don't think he's going to get, I mean, he already is like revered as like one of the people who'd like to change the way that we sort of not only look at basketball, but sneakers or whatever. He's done so much globally to the world. I don't think people are going to really give him his flowers at the end of the day, as crazy as that is to say, because we already give him so much flowers. Mm-hmm. But like he literally changed the world.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a favorite Air Jordan model? Chris?
3, probably.
Luke?
I used to say 9s because those were my first pair. It's not the best pair.
No, it's bad. It's a bad pair.
They're not that bad. They're in the middle.
They're not great.
I mean, if you make a list of the first like 13, then the 9 is low.
He didn't wear them either in a game. He only wore them in Space Jam.
For me, it's got to be either the 1s or the 2s, man. The 2s are so underrated as a Jordan. It doesn't get the love it deserves. It doesn't get the releases it deserves. But, a pair of white, black, and red 2s, man, just
No, I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually had we had a Jordan release on Friday, the silver toe Jordan 1s. Mm-hmm. They released in women's. Nike pulled a major pump fake where they said that they would have extended sizes. And at 10 a.m. when the sneakers app opened for sale, they did not have the extended sizes. Just another day in the life of the sneakers app.
Yeah, that was one big L, but I think there was like 4 major L's. There was the cool gray 3s.
Yes.
And then there was there was 3 other dunks, right? The lows. Yeah, L's all around here.
Yep.
Now, were the cool gray 3s, because I wasn't really paying attention to them. I wasn't like hyped about them or anything. Were they a hard get for people or?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really? No, they were. Yeah, they were hard get. I'm sure as we have friends who also like sneakers, like us 3 talk about this shit weekly, but I do get texts from like other comics and friends from home about like different shoes or whatever. And I actually got like 4 or 5 people going like, damn, I missed out on those 3s, which I was surprised at because I don't even think that's one of the better 3 colors.
Yeah.
But I mean,
people like
but I mean, this is also just I try to explain to these guys. I'm like, yo, like especially the guys at home who try to shoot for this shit. I'm like, you ain't getting none of this shit. Show me what you got in your purchase area of your sneakers app, and it's always empty. I'm like, this isn't like, just sit this out for a while. Buy Solomon's.
Yeah. Buy something else. Buy Solomon's.
Yeah, like this isn't for you.
We do have we did see a sneak peek, or we saw a preview of a collaboration on a Jordan 3 by Amanir. How you pronounce that?
Yes. I don't know how to actually pronounce that, but I love that you tried.
Yeah.
Amanir. Amanir.
Those, okay, so here's the thing on those, because I actually love they use the suede on those panels that usually have the elephant print. Mm-hmm. And I am going to go against, because I usually stand by, I like my shoes to look new when I buy them, because they have like those that crazy cream in fucking old looking vintage shit. I actually like those a lot. The suede on like the elephant print panels, like kind of put me in for it.
What shoe are we talking about?
It's a pair of threes that none of us will be able to pronounce the name of it.
How do I spell it?
You can't even. It's like 3 words. It's like A. Lawrence, you got it in front of you?
Yeah, A and then space MA. And then Manier, Maniere, and then it's the Air Jordan 3.
This is the ultimate sneaker podcast.
Ultimate sneaker. I don't see it. What's it look like?
The ultimate sneaker podcast. Ultimate we can't even say any name of the brands.
Now we've seen them do we've seen them do a collab with we've seen them do an Air Force One, which is beautiful. There's a rumor that these are a women's release.
Mm-hmm.
So we are hoping for extended sizes, but as we've seen with other collabs with Jordan Brand, when it has women's sizes, the bigger sizes, obviously, they're going to be, extremely limited, very hard to get. And as we've seen with other Jordan collabs, a lot of the sneakers are going through the back door. So I'm not expecting these to be a walk in the park for people.
You know what I am expecting, though? Because Luke, on the side here, our back L, has actually been trying to figure out how to use bots.
Okay.
I found him on Clubhouse one night. Randomly, usually when Luke goes on Clubhouse, he'll ping me, or like he'll join my room, or we'll try, he'll text me going like, let's get in a room. No, I went on Clubhouse to find him in a room strictly talking about bots and how to use them.
Yes.
So here you are again on Subcourt. You have to defend yourself, Mr. Trevisis.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, how you doing, Judge? We've been here before. You know who I am. Second of all, let's talk about this. All right. I was in a Clubhouse room. There were some bot users and Discord people that were talking about how to get into reselling this shit. And basically the people who were trying to teach the class were, just found like a bunch of information on YouTube. It's big cap. It's big cap on Clubhouse. I'll tell you that much. I have learned a couple of things though. It does take a little bit of money to start up bots. We know that. But sneakers and Shopify websites are actually the most difficult to purchase on, because even for resellers.
Now, why is that?
The reason why is because their security is so easy to bypass that since everyone can bypass it, everyone can get in.
Right.
So every single person who has a bot and is running 100+ accounts on that bot is also trying to get in there. So if there's 10,000 people using bots and they all have 100 accounts on them at least, you have 100,000 right there, right? Or maybe 1 million right there. I don't know what the numbers are. My point is that it's way harder. Like there's some decent protection on Shopify's and sneakers, and their like protection is other people who use them. It's kind of fucking weird.
So are you going to get a bot? What do you like? Lawrence, I didn't even like join to speak. I just sat in the back. I mean, you were in there for a while, Luke. I was just kicking. Are you really going to get a bot?
No, I'm not getting bots. I can't. I figured it's actually like a waste of money at this point. Sneakers, as far as a resale game, like people are starting to realize that it's going on decline. So it's like it's not really worth even trying to get a bot for. It's just too much work for that. And also, like, people are doing bricks now, where they buy bulk stock of like Nike GRs and then they flip them for retail by getting like a discount. It's like, I don't know, eventually these people are going to be tired of, like, you can already hear they're kind of tired of it because they don't understand why people are mad at them. And it's psycho.
I'm going to say that as long as okay, here's the thing. As long as you can make $20, and I hate to say it, but people are that desperate for money that if they feel like they can make $20 a pair, then they're still going to run bots. They're still going to do all this underhanded shit.
Right, but you're not even making $20 because you got to spend all the money to get in.
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you is like where you're saying like, all right, people are going to realize that, reselling or it's kind of going under. Reselling is never going to stop at this point because unfortunately, the powers that be have made it seem like, oh, reselling's cool to the point where niggas is getting their grandmas involved to resell. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma, fill out this raffle, or dudes are running bot games. Now, what the average consumer who's just trying to make a quick dollar doesn't understand in the sneaker game is, yeah, you're gonna get stuck with a lot of this shit if you think that, oh, I'm just gonna pick up any pair and make some money off of it.
Right.
So that part, I do feel like it's almost like people are blindly trying to be resellers. But the whole reseller game it's always going to be there. Case in point, and this is a perfect example. There was a video this week, and we've seen it in the last couple of weeks with COVID, and guys, really, I guess resellers being a little starved on the market because a lot of things went online. Where in Harlem, dudes were in front of a Jimmy Jazz, ready to fucking kill each other for these women's dunks that released this week. Reselling ain't dead, and it ain't never like, what I'm saying. Did you guys see this video?
Yeah.
Online? Okay.
No, wait, I didn't see this video.
Oh, you didn't see it?
A Jimmy Jazz in Harlem for the Silver Toes?
No, not for the Silver Toes.
For the dunks, for the Coast dunks that were coming out.
Now,
okay.
While Luke's pulling up that video, I will definitely agree with you in terms of having a bot is no longer the one up that it used to be, because like you said, everyone has a bot. Some people's bots are way better than others. It's if this was maybe 7 years ago, having a bot, oh my God, you're fucking game on. But now there's just so many different bots, and so many people have these mega bots that it ain't worth it. So whatever you would have paid, Luke, you probably would have ended up definitely losing money, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna lose money on it, and also it's just it's. I don't see it. Yeah, I just don't see it being as big a market as it used to be, because like if you look at the numbers from like the past couple weeks, even the 85s, the neutral grays are still like hovering around 600, which is not the same percent. I think we can all agree it would not be the same percent increase that we would expect if it was like 3 years ago and they dropped the 85s.
No, you know what? No. If it was 3 years ago, they would have been a lot less than $600.
No, I think they'd be a lot more. Why would they be less?
Because
Lawrence is right.
They would have been a lot less, because if you realize, if we're in the era of 2018, let's say, okay, so let's just say 2017, 2018, right? We had Royals release, we had Shadows release. You could have got a pair of Royals. Right. You could have got a pair of Royals for like $250, $260. You know what I'm saying? Unions came out in 2018 or 2017, 2018, and you could have got the Unions for $600. And that's like, that's a collapse. So I think obviously neutral grays at $600. It's like, oh man, but yeah, that's pretty high for a sneaker like that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The inflation didn't happen yet. It was like when Virgil hit with the 10, and celebrities started to realize that Nikes could replace these designer shoes that they were wearing.
Right.
So that's where the inflation came from. It literally just like that. 17 was really like the boom.
Okay.
I will definitely agree with Crystal on that. 2017, I think, was the year that we started seeing where like sneakers can go to a level that we just really didn't see on many models. We've always said like the entry points for sneakers, like $500-$600 for like a hype collab, but like now hype sneakers are starting out 4 figures.
Yeah, because celebrities are buying them because they replaced the designer wear they were wearing before. Now, if you notice, there's not a lot of Balenciaga anymore. In 2016, Balenciaga was the shit.
Adidas was the shit in 2016.
Adidas was the shit.
Adidas was the shit.
But Balenciaga was the designer shoe to wear, that fucking triple S shit where the sole was like 5 inches back behind you or whatever the fuck it was.
Yes.
So those retailed for like $600, but then Virgil was like, yo, I'm gonna wear my ones doing whatever. I got all these designer Jordans now, and then just people were like, oh shit, we'll just wear those. But that's really where it was.
Okay, it's true, but it's just like the flooding of the market with everything that's coming out. We had 3 dunks come out on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to start becoming. I'm just thinking they're going to start becoming less valuable, and I think that's the point. Just like sneakers in general, is they're trying to put out as many colorways as possible to maybe not purposely, but like that's what's a side effect of all of these different colorways is it lowers the value of all of them in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we said it on mic or if it was off mic, but we did talk about it's kind of stabilizing, and like every resale is now between $200 and $350 for a GR.
Yeah.
But wait, did you hear that? $350 for a general release, which is absolutely disgusting.
Right.
So I mean, the problem is, right, and I'll say this: you have these general release dunks, poor quality, it retails at $100, and then everyone's like, all right, I got a shot at these, like you said, Chris, and then all of a sudden there's some problem, there's a glitch on sneakers, or they're a lot less limited than they're super limited, and then like you said, it's like, oh, 300, that doesn't sound like a bad price for these, I'm gonna jump in, but it's like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But we fucking get like hyped over this shit where people are like, yeah, I'll figure out a way. I'll move something I got a year ago. I got some shit a year ago that I held on to just for this moment, or it's
let me tell you about this. Luke, I think you came in the room at the end. This is just another Clubhouse thing. So I was in a room with some older heads. I'm trying to think of I'm not going to name drop, but they're like streetwear guys. There's like older streetwear dudes. Think of older brands that you maybe assume are dead, but maybe they're not dead. Maybe they're still working, right? I was talking to these dudes and I was trying to explain the trophy room thing. Yes. Were you there for that, Luke?
I was, and they were getting mad because they were like,
dude.
They don't want to know about it.
I'll say one name, and it was Greg Mishka from the Mishka brand. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was in there. I was trying to explain to him and this other guy, Arthur, like the state of sneakers. Because I think one of the dudes was like, man, I can't buy shit. Like, oh, it was the store. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't. I gotta be careful. I don't want to. Probably giving us too much info. Sorry. I'm trying to pedal around. Basically, Mishka got promised a pair of shoes.
Oh yeah,
by somebody, and the guy didn't follow through with it.
Yeah.
And now the shoes are big money, right? But it wasn't the point that the shoes are big money now. It's that he got promised something and it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now those shoes are many people's grails. It's up there in price, but now he's sort of sitting back on like that. He told me this story, and then I told him about the trophy room shit, and these old dudes were getting so mad.
Yeah,
they're like, this doesn't even make any sense. What the fuck is the point of even buying these sneakers anymore? This is why we tried to get out of this shit in the first place.
Well, Chris, right. you shouldn't have said the name. You should have just said the sneaker that he was promised, and then I'd have been like, oh.
I'll tell you off mic, but
you can't tell him the sneaker.
Yeah, I can't tell you the sneakers. You would know exactly who it was. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to put all that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, cool. So he was from. Okay. All right.
It was a designer shoe. Like his name was tagged on the shoe.
Well, all right, Luke, calm down. Let's let the people guess a little bit, But all right, yeah.
It's Fujiwara.
I know it wasn't. But it's shit like this where now we're at the point where like we have Stockholm syndrome with this shit and we don't know how to get out of it. Explaining it to anybody with any common sense who has the same love of sneakers, they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, just buy Ewings. That's what they would say.
Well, what's funny, I'll say this. What's funny is I'm starting to notice that like so many of my friends, like high school friends, dudes who were never into sneakers, I think, and we've discussed this on this podcast, the app itself, it makes like when you see the Gotham, it does something to your brain that you're like, oh fuck yeah, I won. Like you can have 37 losses in a row, and when you get that one Gotham, it does something to us. And I'm just like, I don't like Nike has it's fucking
dopamine, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's insane, man.
It's one of the best hits of dopamine, fine quality dopamine.
To see that Gotham, like
come on.
Well, because not only is it the like getting a like on a post on Facebook, right? Not that kind of like reward, but it's also a hyper channeled sneaker specific reward that only us get when we get the Gotham. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
That's sort of like fucking like, oh, that's the shit right there.
I want to kind of, change gears a little bit because I know we can go on and on about sneakers and the app and how bad it is. But we had the first week of the Supreme 2021 spring. And we got the first week we were treated to the Cause retro sweatshirt.
I mean, if you want to call it that.
If you want to, we were treated.
No, go.
No, we were treated to fucking losses. But what were you gonna say, Chris? What were you gonna say, Luke?
It's not. Luke brought it up how he, the Cause is a little, because where are the X's?
Yeah,
that's it's not Cause without two X's somewhere.
What is that? That's just
a hand-drawn Supreme logo. That's my niece could do that. I don't have a niece, but you know what I mean.
I don't know. It's just like, it's not really a cause. Like, my first thought when I saw this, I was like, okay, so this is like the first offering we're gonna get from like I wouldn't say like new Supreme, but like recently bought out Supreme. And I'm like, you know what? It's actually a pretty strong showing. I'm gonna say it was actually a pretty strong showing for their opening week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the dice were cool.
The dice. All right. So the funny thing about the dice is, so I thought about like, you just think about accessories in general. I feel like that's always the first thing. You look at the clothes, cool, but then you go see what cool accessories there are. At least I do.
Yeah.
It's at the point where Supreme has made it so many accessories that now I could like find a Supreme cup and then play Supreme Yahtzee now. You get what I'm saying? Like, they've made so many accessories that I can like start to like form things together and make new accessories.
Very true. Lawrence, what did you like, dude? What do you think?
I'm getting to the point where I like the Cause hoodie. I obviously I attempted for it. I mean, this is one thing I will say. I hate being home and attempting a Supreme drop, because when I was at work, when I used to work in an office in Midtown Manhattan, pre-pandemic, I was hitting on box logo hoodies. I was hitting on a lot of shit because I had that fast work internet. So it was like, whatever. So, I get a little, now I'm a little jaded because, I'm in the crib and it's like every time it's a fucking problem trying to get something. I wanted the sweatshirt. I wanted a pink for personal, but I didn't get it. And at that point, you just move on. You're like, everything else. I thought about the water pistol tee, but I didn't really, I was like, I don't really care, man.
Mm-hmm. I like the Raphael tee. I thought about getting that.
The Raph one, just strictly on the fact that they put the logo in his band.
Yeah, that's the whole selling point for me too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also like, as weird as it is, it's also like the reason I didn't pull the trigger on it, because I was like, it's kind of like, it's cool that they did it, but it's still kind of dumb. So I just didn't go with it.
I think I have that. I'm like, someone in the Discord said, they use this term, the post-nut clarity.
Yep.
And I forgot which listener said it, but whoever said it was funny as shit. You made me laugh. And when I say like the post-nut clarity, it's like, oh, I gotta have this t-shirt, and then you get it in the crib, and it's like, oh, this shit, man, I shouldn't even have bought it. And then it's like, all right, well, let me go sell it. And then it's like, oh, if I sell it, I'm gonna lose $12. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you have to, with Supreme now, I think you have to be able to understand that if you get something, you need to really look at it as a personal and
What Lawrence is really trying to say, listeners, is that you should jerk off every Thursday morning before you go and buy Supreme.
Absolute clarity. No, you should. No, you can't. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Buy something first. Buy something on Amazon. That's.
I get. Okay, all
it's
right.
The consumerist post-nut therapy, philosopher time, if you will. You buy something on Amazon for like $3, and then after that, you're like, I've checked out something already. Something's coming to my home.
Yeah, something's on the way. I can get a notification somewhere.
I used to say that all the time. I'm like, when I would strike out on, a pair of sneakers or something like that, I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying something. I need to get like some skincare so I can get that confirmation number. I need a confirmation number in my life somewhere.
Yo, Pharrell's skincare routine because of that philosophy.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? Actually, so this guy I follow, he's a reseller, Skate the Great on Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow him. What he started to do is every time he gets an L, he takes the money that he would have spent on that and puts it in a savings account.
Yes.
There's, a lot of dudes do things like that. Like I remember a lot of dudes would, if they missed out on a sneakers drop, they would just take that money. I think Luke's even said it before, where you would just put it in Nike stock. You would
Yeah.
use that money to, invest in the stock market.
Yeah, I did that for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, why am I giving Nike money for? Why am I supporting their habit of giving me losses?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because it's like, all right, they fucked me. They can still have the money, but I mean, if you play it right, you should get, if you're playing the stocks right.
I made good money off of that stock, but I definitely sold it because at some point I was like, no, they stopped giving me W's. They stopped giving me consistent W's. Fuck them. I'm taking my money back. Thank you for my return.
So there's a rumor going around that week 2 will include the Supreme Dunks.
Yep.
Which I am strongly looking forward to, but I'm to the point now where I'm saying to myself, Lawrence, maybe you should go into your COVID-filled office to use the work internet connection to attempt to purchase these sneakers. I'm really strongly thinking about it, like telling my boss, I got to work from home. I got to work from the office. My boss will be like, why? And I would be like, just none of your fucking business. I just got to go in. I have to go through 18,000 security measures just to get into the office now, but it might be worth it for Thursday.
Yo, wait. If no one's there, then you can use all the computers.
Oh, shit.
Dude, no, I'm actually, if no one's there, I'm thinking if no one's tying up the internet connection, the shit might go fast as fuck. My ping is going to be insane already. No,
Talk to me about my ping.
I don't know, but that sentence is funny. Yo, my ping is wild right now.
Well, that's the big thing. Like your ping, the ping level you have, it's very imperative when you have. I forgot. I think the lower the number,
Lower is better.
Lower's better. I remember I used to do the internet connection. What's that? The speed test.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to do speed tests before Supreme drops, just so that way
You're
I can.
nuts, dude.
No, I feel like that's mad regular.
No, running diagnostic checks right before a drop. It's like, damn, bro. It's crazy out here. You're right. You're 100% right.
You gotta have good diagnostics to get the drop, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I've gotten, I got the gold, Supreme joints. I got the snakeskin Air Max 98s. I've gotten, Dunks. I got the SBs on my work computer. I've got box logos. Like I've gotten every drop that I truly wanted on my work.
Low ping, dog.
Yeah, low ping, bro.
Low ping.
So I don't know. I might legit go to the office. I mean, it's comfortable working from the crib, but it's also uncomfortable when you get that decline or you get that sold out message.
Okay, but if you lose, you spend the rest of the day at work.
That is an extra L. Then you're LLL 325. Like if you go to the office, you don't get it, and then you have to stay there all day. That'd be the worst. Yo, this is a triple L just for.
Can I be honest with you? I thought I ran that through my head too. I was like, damn, L, if you fucking go in the office, miss out on the dunks, and you gotta stay in the office till like 5 o'clock, you are going to be hot.
You're gonna be furious, and no one's gonna be there to like see you go crazy either.
Yeah, it's and then you actually, when you work from home, it's you bullshit your day away. You can get through the day, bullshit, work. But when you fucking gotta go in the office, like you gotta do a little bit more work. So
yeah,
you gotta bring it. You gotta show results. You were in the office, bro, with that ping. You got low ping in the office. You got to be going.
Yeah, the HR's like, Lawrence, what is this? You have the lowest ping numbers of anybody.
You have a Jordan 1 ping right now. Okay, you got to be fucking moving.
You got to be moving. 23 ping. That's nuts. No one's ever heard of that.
What color are we attempting to go for if they do release this week?
Oh my God.
I believe I said black was my go. Right? Isn't that what I said when we were talking about these originally?
Yeah, I think you did say that.
Yeah, I think the black just because wearability and for sellability too, because of the wearability, Although that green is nice. You like the green, don't you, Luke?
No, I like the brown.
Oh, that's what it was. Excuse me.
I like the bark brown. You use like some nice earth tones with that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Lawrence, which one? Blue?
I like blue or green actually, but
you like the green. Okay, I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see an Instagram post of Sally sneakers, which I did put on our Discord, which you guys should join the Discord. It's fucking amazing.
It's great.
Sally sneakers have the brown pair, and oh my God, these are pretty solid. Brown pair is pretty solid, man.
They're a good pair.
Brown's nice.
Everybody's turning around on the brown.
You know what's interesting? Because a lot of times, like the most hype color doesn't turn out to be the best color on like for the Supreme drops. Like for example, like the up tempos, the gold joints were super hyped out of their mind. But a couple years later, we're like, yo, the red one was actually the low key sleeper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they they do that. So that's like what the green is probably now, right?
No,
'Cause
I think
that's like
the blue
the
is
Flash.
the hyped pair.
blue and black are the two hype pairs.
Oh, and black is just going to be what it is.
Right. But brown is definitely the sleeper in my opinion.
All right, yeah, I'm down with that. I did like the way she styled that L with she had the anklet bracelet thing or whatever. That was chill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we learned something in the Discord about anklets.
What do you
Yes.
mean?
Oh, in the Discord, we were talking about anklets, and basically they used to mean, I don't know if they still mean this, but it was like if a woman had her anklet on with like a stocking on the inside, like anklet.
Yeah.
Stocking. She's looking for a night out, but with you wearing protection. If there's no stocking and just the anklet, she's down. She's down for whatever. That's what that means. Apparently.
Hilarious.
Allegedly, huh?
Allegedly. That doesn't mean like don't be creepy, listeners. Come on. You know?
They used to. There was a
I
man
don't think
version of that
our
shit.
listeners have that problem though, right? I don't think we have
No.
like creepy dude listeners. We just
No.
have dudes who just are way into sneakers. That's
No,
it.
we got guys who are excited about raffles. We don't. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true. We are nobody to worry about.
we guys who like our listeners like forms. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
not really interested in anklets.
Yeah, exactly. Nike talk only.
Also, want to wish Charles Barkley a happy birthday.
That's true.
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
Young Bark the God.
Round mound of rebound. Yo, dude, he has had some hits in terms of sneakers. That I think he's very underrated in terms of he had classics. Do you guys have a particular favorite Charles Barkley sneaker?
Probably the 94, I think.
Is that
94.
yeah? I like the 94 too. That like that
that's
black,
I feel like
white and purple.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one. That's the OG color, right? The black, white, purple.
I think
I
so.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that one. That's the first thing that pops into my mind when I think of about that one. But I mean, yeah.
What about you, El?
I'm a big fan of the Force 180s because they had some amazing colors with the strap. Then they threw us the Union 180s, the Clerks pack, the CBs where they did the Nelly collab. I'm always a big fan of that. I till this day still have my pair that I will never let go of, and someone's going to fucking fix my sole because the sole has separated and cracked a little bit. So I'm gonna need someone to fix that. So all the listeners out there, if you guys fix sneakers and you are good at it, because I'm not gonna give you my fucking Union 180s or my Nelly dirties for you to fuck up. But if you're good at it, let me drop a line in the fucking sup message box. It's sup podcast NYC and let us know what you do.
That's what's up. That's right.
Pretty sure Juice does that. What's your favorite Charles Barkley moment though? Like when you think of Charles Barkley, what's the moment you think of? Because I got one, but you guys go first.
I think I like him better as a talking head than I do a basketball player. Because every time he says some wild shit, I'm just always with that. That outshines his basketball career to me. I know that might be sort of egregious to say, but him as a commentator and the fucked up shit that he said over the years before they kind of trained him, those are the best.
What about you, Al?
He's got so many fucking memories, man. He won the MVP in the 93 season when we went to Phoenix. But I'm going to say this, and it was watching Charles in the Olympics in 92, being part of the Dream Team, elbowing the Angolan player. His name was Herlander Coimba or some shit like that. And man, it was like, don't be a nigga, but don't be a nigga. Like that was the best way to describe it with Charles Barkley, where they wanted him to be wild. They didn't really, they didn't want him to go to Barcelona and be wild, but it's like, that's Charles Barkley. He's throwing people through glass windows and shit like that.
Yep.
And man, I watched that, man. If for the listeners out there, if you never watched the Dream Team play, watch it on, you watch it on YouTube and just watch how dominant they were and watch Charles Barkley and just beat Charles Barkley. Luke?
My favorite moment was when Charles Barkley missed that dunk against Jordan in that regular season game. That is by far my favorite. And then every time after that, I hear him tell me that the Knicks are terrible. I just think of that moment. I just think of that moment of him just missing that dunk in front of. Do you remember that one, Lawrence? Where he's got
What?
it was like I want to say like 94 maybe. They were a regular season game. Charles Barkley, I think, stole the ball from Chicago. He had the open lane to the basket. He goes for the dunk, jumps a little too early, and just falls flat on his face. It's great.
So good.
I mean, he's had a lot of great. Remember, I don't know if you remember the fight with him and Shaquille O'Neal.
Is that when he threw the ball at his head?
Yeah, that was that one was great.
This is what I'm saying. This is the shit I'm here for. Like that shit is the shit right there.
But I think we gotta. I mean, I know he's more into this generation known as the commentator guy, the guy who talks shit. He's had the funny moments, but as a basketball player, those 10 years of like from like 85 to 95, or he was dominant. The Philadelphia years, man, like he was. The teams were solid. They couldn't beat the Bulls or the Pistons. But I mean, when he went to Phoenix his first year and he was playing with Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, all those guys, man, he was
right.
He was MVP. He was killing. He just ran to Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to remember that one season where those aliens took all of his basketball powers and ruined his season. You got to wonder what it would have been like if those aliens didn't come and Michael Jordan saved them.
That's hilarious, man.
He had a good shine during the Last Dance, Doc. I feel like he got some more credit where it was due.
Yeah, everybody loves Barkley at the end of the day.
Oh, Meanie's saying, remember when Barklay raced that old ass ref? No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
And then he kissed him on the lips basically afterwards. Yeah, that was was it Dick Pavetta? I don't remember which one it was. Hold on.
Yeah, he says Dick Pavetta. Yeah.
Dick Pavetta. Yeah, it was Dick Pavetta. Yeah, I remember that shit. That was like 10 years ago. It was like a decade ago almost. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, Barkley, my guy.
Happy birthday,
Sir Charles, man.
Oh my god! I was gonna pull up the clip of him racing the ref.
Oh yeah, pull that up. I haven't seen it, so let's do this. I'm down. I'm here for it.
Okay, here we go. I found it. This is great radio.
Yeah, SupFM radio.
SupFM radio. Streetwear's ultimate podcast.
Streetwear's unsung podcast.
Streetwear's U-letter podcast.
Oh my god, look at him go.
Yo, Dick Pavetta.
Oh, he's like jogging. He's not that far behind him.
No.
Oh man.
Yo.
Yo, this era of like fun shit in the NBA is like over, bro. All the NBA players now are too cool to do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why when we were talking about LeBron, whatever that shit ago was, when I said that he was gonna do the
dunk contest.
The dunk contest, that's why I was like hype, because that's the shit that the guys need to do now. You know what I mean? Like they're making it. I don't know, whatever. I just some old head shit.
It's weird because like the shift has become less of like an interpersonal like rivalry amongst the other players as it is like the organization as a whole, or like the fact that you just don't have a ring,
Yeah, and then like LeBron's like, I'm gonna make a rap album. I'm like, dude, leave it alone. Stop. Just, I'm not saying don't do what you want, but I'm like, stay within like a reasonable field. You create an album, it's like, what are you doing?
Well, no. If you read the full tweet, LeBron said, I'm not gonna be rapping, but I know a lot of people that will rap for me.
No, for sure. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that, like, remember when Allen Iverson tried to do this? You look stupid.
No, but if he DJ Khaled's it and basically, gets all of his guys to, do an album, I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? Like we're in the era, like, you got to look at it like this. So many athletes have created their own rap albums. Shaq, Antonio Brown from the Buccaneers, Le'Veon Bell. These guys are actually in the studio rapping. AI,
Dame
Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard. And then there's the Iman Shumpert.
Chris Webber's done music. Kobe's done music. Like, Shaq, all these guys have created albums. LeBron is saying, yo, I am going to curate. I listen to so much music, which I'm going to give him some props, because I see LeBron on his social media, and the dude will post some music, and you'll be like, oh shit, I ain't hear this. Let me, you know what I mean? So LeBron is he definitely put me on the dope Beezy.
Okay.
You know, what's his name? Doughboy. Niggas wouldn't dare walk down my block. Woke up with the ops. Y'all remember that song? Okay, maybe no.
But no, please continue.
No, please wait. Actually, you know what?
It kind of sounds
I
familiar.
might not just know that part. Keep going.
I think if you did it a little more, I think we might remember.
Cause I got to know, cause it's like, man, I forgot son name. Dope Easy, Dope Beezy. Or
keep guessing.
No, because now the listeners are like, what the fuck? No, I got now. It's like, I gotta give me a second. Just talk, guys.
So anyway, I think we're at the end of our rope here. Anyway, so Luke, send me that. I'll put it in the description, and then just remind everybody, guys, the Discord. Follow the podcast. This rebrand is a big move for us because we're going to start to step into our own light. We're not going to try to reference anybody else's shit. We're going to be our own fucking force here. We got merch coming that's going to be all new. So for those of you guys who have like the old merch, not only are you the fucking shit for getting the old shit, but now you're a part of a legacy. This isn't just some shit that's going to go away. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be here for a while, and now you got some of the OG shit. So you're a day one homie for real. You know what I mean?
Yep, you've done it. Congratulations.
I do remember the song now. Your rendition, I don't think really brought like the force that he had, but it's.
I remember LeBron was bumping that, and I was like, all right, let me listen to this song, and then I was like, oh wow. So I mean, he definitely has a good taste for music, so I will give him that. And but he's not. I hope he doesn't rap because don't do that, bro.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't rap. But anyway, at Trovises, at LZD325, unless he changes his name to LLL325, at Not That Cheney, at 3 Meanie, at Sup Podcast NYC. Thank you guys for listening to Sup FM. We appreciate you so much, and we will talk to you next week.
Don't forget to join the Discord. Also, don't forget to give us 5 stars on iTunes. Make sure you give us a great review.
Yep.
Join the Discord. Yep. We're here. We're going to have a great time with you guys. Please. And guys, we are on Stereo, the Stereo app as well. And we want you to follow us because we're going to be talking about some cool stuff on Stereo. You can follow me, LZD325, on the Stereo app. And Chris, where can they find you on Stereo?
Not That Cheney.
Trevisus. It's the regular.
Across the board, all handles. Just any social media, just follow us, guys.
Yeah. Do that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.